Hey everyone, I'm Cecil Laird.
I mean, Fuego here.
And this is your Horror Show News Editorial Edition, found here every single Friday. And if you guys want to see us deliver the news in proper, you head over to youtube.com/thekingsoфhorror, and you'll see us deliver it all nightly news style. But here, we like to get a little looser, relax the times
Throw away
a little
the script.
bit. Yep,
Yeah,
not worry about
right.
that so much. And then let's get into our opinions on this week's stories. So, Fuego, what do you think about the new Walking Dead game or the Pinball game? Have you played either one?
I have played neither, but I love pinball, so I'm definitely down for that. Now, I know the Telltale stories, it's almost like those books back in the day where it's like choose your own adventure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who to kill, who to, salvage and go along with.
Not even just who to kill, it's just what do you do? Do you run or do you do this?
behind,
And you don't know what the outcome's going to be, but you have to deal with the consequences. They've been fun. I only played through the first season. I played the first 2 chapters of the second season.
Now, did Marsha play one of them?
Marsha played the Michonne episode.
Okay.
So that wasn't tied to the series proper, really.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that was just a sort of side thing.
Yeah, so there's a name that I recognized when you were doing
Clementine.
the news proper, Clementine. Yeah, so she's been in just the Telltale series or
Just
any
the
other
Telltale
incarnations?
series. Nope, just that. But she's been sort of the only character to carry through them all. Again, I didn't finish the second one, so I don't know if they're carrying anyone else through to the third.
Yeah, definitely be down to check them out, but, as I said, I am not properly acquainted, at least as of yet, so.
Fair enough. Now, the pinball game was actually released in 2014.
It's like a physical machine?
No, for the Pinball FX game, I believe, on the regular consoles. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. It might be an actual pinball machine, but considering it has to do with Lee and Clementine, it's more video gamey, so I would be surprised if it was a big stand-up machine, because the cool thing about this, they did release a trailer for it, so you can see the animations. Since it's in VR, you can see the animations happening right in front of you on the table and stuff like that.
That's a healthy reminder. I didn't even remember that it was a VR game.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh yeah, exactly. So it would be really interesting because, I have the Pinball FX game, and I have a bunch of Marvel tables and, horror tables and things like that. Really cool tables.
I love
But it's
pinball.
just using the controller, right? And the bumpers are here.
Yeah.
But the VR, with the PlayStation Move, you can have the controllers and you have to hold it like the table, and you can, you can actually tilt the game and
tilt
stuff
aspect.
like that. Yeah. So
Nice.
it would be a lot of fun, especially if the animations come to life above the table instead of in the table like usual. So I'd be interested to play it.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, anytime it's pinball and anytime it's a property like The Walking Dead that this man turned me on to, I was averse to it for so long, and now I'm addicted. So what can you say? But another property that I am totally addicted to, and I'm hoping just recaptures its brilliance and relevance, I guess, is the Alien property. Alien Covenant debuted their first poster this past week, and obviously after they eschewed the lore in Prometheus, and they're like, no, it's within the world, but not quite part of the series. They're going balls deep, man. There's like an alien right there on the poster, ready to send his second mouth right into your face. So I guess Ridley Scott's approach where he was like, not trying to connect it, they threw that out the window, and they were going, as I said, full niner with it. What's your thoughts, man?
I'm excited about the movie. I mean, the poster is really just the front
It's
part of
plain.
an alien.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not... We've seen that in a ton of movies at this point, so that's not... What doesn't excite me about it is, frankly, if this was supposed to follow up the Prometheus world, the alien does not look like the alien they put at the end of Prometheus.
No, because that was like a weird
It was a redesign.
whatever type thing. I'm actually most, just like putting my eyebrow up like The Rock about the fact that they moved it up 3 months. So that is big time, the fact that the studio 20th Century Fox has confidence in this project, and the fact that they're like, hey, we're going to move it from August to the battlegrounds of May. And there's so much else that's going to be going on. I think they're going face-to-face with a couple other blockbusters, and so they believe in this film, and that gets me more excited, at least. What about you?
Yeah, I'm just excited overall, frankly, about it. So there's not much more in detail I can talk about because we don't know.
We don't even have a trailer yet,
no,
damn
exactly,
it!
So.
Yes, give us something to chew on. I'm just grasping for straws here, but I'm still excited. So.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about the fact that we're getting a Highlander reboot? Again, I know it's sort of kind of skirting the line of horror, but it's about people cutting each other's heads off.
That's gruesome enough for me.
Kinda, sure.
Yeah, and I love the series, and you know what? I thought there could be only one, but how many sequels at this point have they done? So
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's cool that the John Wick director is going to be involved. It's kind of amusing the fact
one
that
of the John Wick directors.
Yeah, because there was 2 dudes, and one is going on to Deadpool 2, and the other one is going on to direct the Highlander reboot. So they're obviously sought after in Hollywood. The guys did a good enough job with those 2 films to get people to take notice.
Yeah, and this one did the John Wick sequel. So I imagine that's going to do just as well as the first one, and he's going to get offered even bigger jobs.
Well, I know both of the directors, they're former stunt guys that actually turned into directors, so I'm hoping for some badass fighting in these new Highlander movies. That's probably like top priority for me at this point.
That would be excellent, and hopefully it's not going to be as slow as the original one was, and hopefully it's not going to be as stupid as the second one was.
Ah, the Quickening had its moments.
No,
it wasn't that
terrible.
bad. Remember the Quickening? Remember?
Nope, you're fired. So I'm excited about the Highlander reboot, but I don't know. I'm in a wait and see mode on it.
Okay, well, I'm much the same wait and see for another Ghostbusters film because Ivan Reitman is like, hey, there's more coming through the pipeline. Trust me, guys. And I know they said there's going to be another cartoon series. They were still planning like a male reboot Ghostbusters with like Seth Rogen and, various guys like that. But, the fact that Paul Feig has not been contacted leads me to believe that the girl-centric incarnation that underperformed and that everybody hated so much, kind of needlessly. You and I both enjoyed it enough. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't as terrible as many people just thought it was going to be, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, it collapsed under the weight of all the scrutiny, unfortunately, and I wouldn't mind seeing them try again with maybe a bit less cartoony CG and a bit more, convincing ghost forms.
Well, they left it open with that, they mentioned Zool in the post-credits, so they left it open for another movie, but I
would watch it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be super eager to.
Yeah, I'd be more inclined for the Sausage Party of Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen and, all those guys if they do a male-centric reboot like they keep hinting at, but, Ghostbusters, it has enough both love and hatred at this point from fans where I guess it could go either way, right?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. Yeah. And for my last story, Fuego, are you as excited as me that we're going to get some more Turbo Kid stories?
You know it, dude! I mean, I was just, they baited my appetite with that music video that really didn't tell you very much of anything, little
that was apparently based on the other
comic
prequel
book, right?
comic
yeah,
book, right?
I was reading that too. Yeah, spot on.
So, this is not something that's been adapted to anything, and it's about Skeletron, the skull-face guy that was after Turbo Kid and Apple numerous times in the first movie.
Michael Ironside's little henchman dude with the iconic, face mask going down.
Exactly, but what I did not know is that he apparently thinks he's a robot? Like, that's a weird wrinkle to throw in.
So he thinks he's Apple, apparently. I don't know. And
Apple
thinks she's human.
I mean, I get that might keep him silent, but robots aren't silent in this world.
No, look at Apple. She was a little blabbermouth talking her head off.
I don't really know how they're going to reconcile that, but, we'll see. I'll still get it because the couple of sample pages that they showed of the artwork had me really interested.
Now, I'm stoked. It's a property that I love. It was my number 2 film and your number 2 film last year, right? I think it was only The Final Girls that topped it.
topped it for me.
And Ex Machina for me. Yeah, but killer property. I'm stoked there's a sequel coming, and anything to just keep our, anticipation brewing. That's, I guess, mission accomplished. They did it proper. Now, for my final story, we had The Vampire Chronicles. There was a film that I think we even reported in the news a few months ago that it was in development. Universal and Imagine Entertainment were going to adapt once again and remake either Interview with the Vampire or Vampire Lestat, one of the first couple Anne Rice books of The Vampire Chronicles, but those rights have reverted. She now possesses them, and along with her son, she is working on a television series pilot. So no network, no destination decided as of yet, but
she'll shop it around.
She will, yeah. The fact that there's 20-something books in this friggin' series at this point, for goodness sake, I mean, there's a lot of lore to explore, and I think maybe TV in the golden age of TV, or the new golden age of TV, as she described it as, I think maybe it's a better destination. What do you think?
I think so too, yeah. Actually, as far as the vampire universe goes, I think TV is definitely the way to go, because I think The Vampire Lestat while it was a good movie, people still said that the book was better. I mean, that always happens, but that long-form storytelling works better for books, especially, I mean, Game of Thrones has proved that, amongst other shows, for sure. When you give them time to explore the full events of a book, it can be really good, and with a universe as rich as the one that Rice has created, I think it definitely is the smart way to go.
Yep, I agree as well. I mean, the fact that she has so many different characters, I mean, besides even Lestat, like little minor ones and stuff. Yeah, lots of other awesome characters to explore and stuff like that. I mean, rich lore, as I already said. And so, yeah, Anne Rice bringing it to the television screen. I think that horror really works well on TV because, like you said, it can brew, it can develop characters, and that's when you really kind of identify more with the horror that you're seeing on screen when you actually care about the people. And so I'm all for it, Ann. Bring it on, girl.
I think it'll be a lot like, American Horror Story Murder House, American Horror Story Asylum, American Horror Story Coven. This will be the Vampire Chronicles Interview, the Vampire Chronicles Lestat, the Vampire Chronicles Tale, or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So each
I would love to see Memnoch the Devil or
Memnoch
Tale of
would
a
be,
Body Thief.
every season
those
would
are
be
really
a full
cool.
book. That would give them a ton of seasons. Although, to have the same character play Lestat over the course of 20 books, i.e. 20 seasons, that might be a little tough because they're not supposed to age.
Well, there's offshoots, and then the fact that, even I think her Witching Hour series tied in with those books a little bit. So all that she has stated previously is that she wants a tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy to play Lestat. So I don't know. I'm just kidding. But beyond that, there's nothing else that she has mentioned. And so, I'm stoked.
I'm not sure Lestat is quite as scruffy as you are.
Maybe not. But, hey, it's Movember, mofo. So come on.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's editorials, you guys. Thanks very much for joining us again. If you want to watch us deliver the news stories in proper, head to youtube.com/thekingsofhorror. And, of course, as we've been letting you guys know recently, we have a new merch store, which you can click the link in the subscription box right below us here, and it'll take you to the store where it's got our horror show designs, our Coexist shirt design, as well as some really cool independent horror artist mashup designs featuring Chucky, Hellraiser, Stranger Things, all kinds of really cool stuff, all under that horror umbrella that we love so much.
We both love mashups, too.
Exactly.
So good.
Go and check it out. And Fuego, what else do we have to mention?
We always have to mention Kings of Horror, who do the sister portion of this, I should say. So that's when we're, doing the news proper and whatnot. You can always check out John Wesley Jr., a friend of ours who does a serial killer film reviewer segment, and then all kinds of independent films totally free. So we are proud to be partnered with them, and make sure to check out both segments, ours here and the news proper over there.
Thank you very much, you guys. I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, I've been Jaime and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.